What's going on, guys? Going to get into the market today. We're going to talk about some recent videos. So in the very last video I posted, I did discuss how all it took was Trump to say never mind on the tariffs and the market would bounce right back. So I did say to be careful shorting, but obviously we're trading in a nice range right now where you can day trade at least shorts. You can go long and short throughout the day, just based on the price action. So that has been a fun range to trade, but just the way the market is right now, with Trump kind of flip-flopping, it has been difficult to swing, but obviously shares are always a good option as well. So we will get into SoFi and a couple of other stocks I wanted to talk about. I did recently, about 2 weeks ago, make a video on UUUU and USAR. Oklo did already pay, but if we check these out, so this had a gap to fill around 22.5, that's USAR, and UUUU. So these ones are doing very well. Pretty much whenever Trump starts these discussions, these stocks go crazy. So this one's at 24 on the week, it's up 11%. And then USAR, this one's sitting at 23. But in this video, I discussed how when Trump does mention tariffs and rare earth metals, these stocks tend to do very well. So these ones paid. Now let's get into some of the other flow for today, and we'll also talk about SoFi as well. I do have a plan for SoFi. All right, and on to SoFi. So obviously got a little bit of a bounce today off previous month low. So it's still respecting this zone right here. So 25.17 bounced, reclaiming this 8 EMA here on the weekly. The chart still doesn't look great. SoFi is still kind of bearish. Could easily come up to previous month POC and reject that. But we'll just have to wait and see. But my plan for SoFi right now, I think there's still time to accumulate. I'm not rushing to buy SoFi. I've been very patient. Really, really wanted it down here at anywhere from 21 to 23. But man, SoFi is refusing to give it up. So my new plan is going to be to sell a few puts, maybe about 3 at the 24 strike and 23 strike. So maybe I'll do 1 at 24 and 2 at 23 because this is where I really wanted it. And then obviously if it were to come down, I would average down and add some more. But this is a way to pretty much say, like, look, I want to buy SoFi down here. If you don't let me buy it down there, at least I get to collect this premium. And then as far as the flow goes for SoFi, nothing crazy. It looks like 667K to the call side, 327K to the put side. Shorter term does look a little bit more bearish. That 528K premium is out to 2027, and they're in the money. But it's still a bullish thing to see. And so short term, maybe we get more headlines from Trump. Maybe that brings the market down. Obviously, the Greenland news didn't really affect SoFi too much, even though the overall market came down because they don't have any users in Greenland. And the market SoFi didn't seem to care about that news. But we really, really want SoFi to come a little bit lower for those of us waiting for that good entry. So we'll see if we get that entry with this put flow. And then just some recent Twitter news that these guys have kind of reported. That's that institutional ownership is heading towards 60% for SoFi, and JP Morgan has increased their ownership by an additional 39%. So obviously these things are bullish for SoFi. I don't think it's a rush to get in, but with that upcoming earnings and with that upcoming S&P 500 inclusion in March, I think we do have some time to accumulate, and then we'll see that move later on this year. So that is what I'm watching for SoFi. Going to start slowly scaling in and then selling those puts, like I said. And then wrapping up the video, this is the Diamond member chat. So this morning, I did post this unusual flow, and about 2 to 5 minutes later, these were already paying. So I was able to profit about $440 in a few minutes before heading to work. And then, of course, they ended up paying a lot more than that, but I couldn't sit around and watch them. They ran all the way to $23 a contract. So that's pretty awesome. I do post this stuff in the Diamond chat, and then I am going to be starting a 1K small account challenge just in the overall public Discord portion. So if you're interested in that, It is going to be the same kind of quick scalps on SPX off flow. But if you're around and want to pay attention to that chat, I'm going to try to grow a 1K account. It's going to be tough, but we'll see how it goes. So please like and subscribe, join the Discord, and have a good one.